Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Christian, aka It's Curls Gone Wild. I just want to welcome you guys to my channel. This is my first video. It's kind of weird that my first video is not going to be about hair. It's actually going to be about makeup, but people wanted the makeup deets, so here's a little tutorial on how I got this neon pink look. Hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm going to link all of the products that I use as well. Maybe in the video, probably underneath in the details box, but we'll see. Anyway, stay tuned. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so we're going to get right into this. I'm just going to start by prepping my skin with the Purlisse Watermelon Energizing Aqua Balm. I just kind of rub that in everywhere. Stuff is amazing. I think it retails for like $40 though, so kind of expensive. The second product that I'm using is actually a primer by Purlisse, and it is their Matcha Green Tea Antioxidant Priming Moisturizer. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and do my brows. I use the NYX Micro Pencil in the color Black. You can pick that up from Ulta for about $9.99. You can also find it at Target and Walmart sometimes too. But anyways, if you have really thin brows, it's definitely a great product. I definitely recommend it. It's a lot easier to work with than some of the larger pencils or some of the brow pomades. So I just kind of go in and outline my brows, following the natural shape. And then I go in and I fill it in with feather-like strokes, and I take the spoolie side and just kind of fluff it till it looks natural. And then I go in with the Essence Brow Mascara, and I believe the color is Brow Brownie. It's kind of like a dark ashy brown color. Kind of offsets the stark black color of the NYX pencil without making it too ashy. And I do not like to clean up under my brows with concealer. So what I'm doing now, I am using concealer, but I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the color Pale as just an eyeshadow base. Because I'm going to be working with neons today, I want to have a really solid base color that's really going to make them pop. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid with my flat concealer brush. And I don't want to take it up too high. So as you can see, I kind of stopped before I get to my brows and left kind of a space there. And that's because I'm going to be using a lighter color towards the edge, and it's kind of hard to cover that white and not make it be ashy. So I'm going into my Carity Rose All Day palette, and I'm going into that first color, which I believe is Sunday. And I'm just kind of doing that whole under the brow area. And yeah, that color is Sunday. And I'm using a fluffy brush, a tapered fluffy brush, to kind of go ahead and just pack that all over under my lid. And I really want to make sure that I get a good amount of that on there so the pigment really comes through. I don't want it to be ashy. And because it is kind of a pale color on a deeper skin tone, I'm going to go in a little heavier. Now I'm going into the color Hooray, which is like a neon pink color. And it's like truly neon pink too. It's a really pretty color. Kind of looks like pink lemonade color maybe. Anyway, so I'm going in with that, and I'm just kind of packing it in using that same brush. And this brush is by BB. I don't know if I said that or not. But anyways, I'm going in with that, and I'm going to put quite a few coats of this color because it is kind of difficult to see the pigment when I first put it on. So I'm just going to keep building that until I feel like there's enough of it there in that transition area. And I just want to make sure that I get enough in the corner because it's easy to lose color there. And I'm just going to take that brush and kind of spread it out, blend it into my base shade. Now I'm going to go in with my NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer, and it is a clear color primer. It has a really tacky feel to it, so it does really hold on to that eyeshadow very well. And I'm just going to dab that on to my lid because I'm going to go in with another bright pink, and I really want it to be the focal color. So I really want it to pop, so I use a separate primer. And so I'm going into the color Fun Day in that Carity palette with my flat brush. And that brush is by Ivy Beauty. And I'm just going to pack that all over my lid. And as you can see, there's a really good color payoff with this particular shade. Also, another thing I want to point out, there is like zero fallout with this color, which is awesome for it being so bright. Typically, you would see a lot of fallout, but I really didn't have that problem at all. Part of it might be because I used a more tacky primer, but kudos to Carity for handling that fallout situation. And I'm just going in and making sure that I have an even coat on both of my eyelids. And I'm going to go back into Hooray now. And I'm just going to kind of blend out that crease area. And at this point, I was feeling like I needed a little bit more of that really bright Fun Day color. So I felt like it was kind of getting lost a little bit. So I just went back in with that flat brush again and just kind of tapped a little bit lightly into my transition. So I really, really, really want to see all of the colors here. And last but not least, I'm going into my Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette, and I am not sure what that color is called. But anyway, it is like a fuchsia, a deep fuchsia color, and I'm just going to go into the corner of my eye with that one. And I'm going back into my Carity palette with my Morphe M213 brush, and I'm just going to use that under my eye. Just going to sweep it under to kind of smoke out that bottom lash line. And I'm going to use the same colors I used on my lid. So I started with Fun Day, and then I went into Hooray and kind of blended the two of them together. So this is me applying Hooray now, and I'm just kind of blending the two of them together. So our look's finally starting to kind of come together and look like something. And of course, you know, we gotta have an inner corner highlight. So I went back into the Carity palette, and I am using the color Brunch as my inner corner highlight. And actually, I really didn't like the way that looked. It was like a really, really soft shimmer, and it kind of just went everywhere when I applied it. So actually, at the end of this look, it's not going to look like this. It's going to look a little different because I went in with my Space Case Cosmetics eyeshadow in the color of Alien Love Child, and it's like a iridescent purple, and I like that a lot better. And I just lined my bottom lid with my Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen in the color Black. And now I'm going to go in and do a wing on my top lid with Maneater by Tarte. It is my favorite liquid liner to use. It has a really, really easy glide applicator, and I really, really love it. I get a perfect wing every single time. It runs about 22 bucks, and I picked up mine at Ulta, actually on sale for like half price. I got it for like $12. Yay me! And I'm going to go in and do the other side now. Fingers crossed they end up the same. So I'm really, really precise when I do the wings. I usually will go out from the corner of my eye trying to follow the angle that I did the eyeshadow at, so it all kind of goes together. And I will draw the outline, and then I go back and fill it in, which is what I'm doing right now. And then I'll sweep it across my lid. And I'm actually going to apply lashes. As much as I hate falsies, not so much that I hate the way they look, I just don't like applying them. I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk flared lashes from Target, and this is number 610. It does come with a latex-free lash glue, which is bomb.com. I used them the other day. I wore them to a wedding, and they stayed on all day and all night through the reception, dancing, everything. They did not move, so I definitely recommend them. I will say that I did have to trim them down to size. They were a little bit long, which happens sometimes with strip lashes, but I mean, nothing that a pair of scissors couldn't fix, right? And I'm just using a pair of regular tweezers to apply the lashes. You don't have to wait a long time for the glue to dry. Honestly, like 15 seconds and you're good to go. And this is me just trying to hurry along the process. So I'm going to go on to the next one. And like I said, I really don't like applying lashes. I'm not the best at it, but I'm getting better. Practice makes better, right? And this side I had a little bit more trouble, but it's okay. The glue does give you a couple seconds to kind of move around. And I'm going to use my Il Makiage mascara to kind of blend my natural lashes with these lashes. And it really didn't take a whole lot to do a blend. You really couldn't, I almost didn't really need the mascara. You really couldn't tell. So now I'm just going to go in my bottom lashes and kind of fluff them out. I don't have like, Jackie Aina quality bottom lashes, but hey, work what you got, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go back into Fun Day because I want this look to pop, okay? So I'm going back into that like electric pink. That's what I'm going to call it because it feels like electric pink to me. I'm going to go back into that electric neon pink and sweep a little bit more under my eyes. And now I'm going to show you guys how I do my foundation. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Porless in the color 368. And the actual name for that is Deep Golden. That is my summer shade. And I apply foundation with a brush. I know a lot of people use sponges, some people use fingers. I don't think fingers is a great option because, bacteria. I know you can get bacteria from brushes too, but I clean my brushes like religiously. So anyways, I like to use a foundation brush rather than a sponge because I just find it a lot easier. And I am going to add a second layer of foundation because I just felt like I wanted a little bit more coverage. Normally I wouldn't use this much, but since I really want to do like a full glam look, I'm just going to add a little bit more. And as you can see, it does blend very easily into my skin. It's a little bit different than my natural undertone, but it's the closest shade match that I could find. I'm not really a huge fan of mixing foundations, but you get what you get. And this particular foundation, I think it runs like $7.99 to $10, depending on where you get it from. I usually pick it up at Ulta because they typically have more shades available than the local drugstores. And I'm also using a Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in number 55 Hazelnut to highlight. And that kind of helps with that difference in undertone. It's a little bit warmer than the foundation. And I'm going to go in with a wet beauty sponge. It is not a beauty blender. It's just a regular sponge from Target. I got this sponge for like $6 and I love it. It works very well, very comparable to the actual beauty blender. So, if you want to save some money, go to Target. So I just kind of like to press it in lightly until it's all blended. And now I'm going to go in with my Pure Cosmetics contour and highlighting stick. I don't use the highlighting side because I don't really like it. Actually, pause for a second. We're going to add powder and then do contour. So I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the color Medium Deep to set my under eye concealer. And then now I'm going to go in with that contour stick, and that is in the color Deep. I don't like a lot of heavy contour. I just like a more natural look, so I'm only using just a little bit of contour. And I usually don't contour my nose, but why not? Let's snatch it one time for the one time. So I'm going in with a really densely packed brush to kind of do that outside area of contour. And then for my nose, I'm using my Vasanti concealer buffer brush, and I'm just going to dust off the powder with my fluffy powder brush. And I'm going to use the side of the sponge without powder to kind of press in any remaining powder and dust away any excess with that concealer buffer brush. And can't forget that under lip contour, because if you leave that there, that will not be cute. I'm going to break out this new baby, the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. It has 4 shades in it. The first shade that I'm using is the Prep shade, and that's Barbados. And I'm going to apply that as a base, and it just kind of smooths the skin, and it's supposed to amplify light reflecting pearls. Okay, so now that I got that on, I'm going into number 2, which is Maldives. And I'm going to apply that from my cheeks to temple with a stippling brush. Pow, pow, look at that. Ooh, shining, shining, shining. Okay, anyways, so there is a 3rd shade for sculpting, but it's a little light for my liking. So I'm going into the 4th shade, which is the Flush. And it's called Bora Bora. And I'm going to sweep that onto the apples of my cheeks and kind of acts like a shimmery blush. It's really pretty, like coppery, peachy kind of color. And now I'm just going to go in and tighten up that eyeliner a little bit more. And by the grace of God, I did not mess up either the lashes or the liner. That never happens. I always have to go back with concealer and fix stuff. But anyways, miracles happen. Okay, so I'm going in now with my favorite lip liner. This is the NYX Suede matte lip liner in the color Subversive Socialite. It is a deep plum color, and it's super, super pretty. I'm just going to line all around my lips, and I don't really like that whole thin line 90s look, so I just kind of blot a little bit to smooth it out. And then I am going to apply my Maybelline Super Stay lip color. And this is the matte ink, and it is in the color Lover, number 15. I usually hate pink lipstick, but since we're doing pink eyeshadow, why not, right? So I'm going to commit to this whole Barbie thing. And I'm going to add a little bit more liner just because I felt like this looked a little bit too Barbie girl. And now I'm going to finish the whole look by setting my face with my Continuous Setting Mist from Morphe. And there you go. There's the final look. Hope you guys really like this tutorial. Hopefully there'll be more to come. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace and love.